this is how I was able to make 500 US trading the S&P 500 last night on this funded account. So scaling out, we have this bigger time frame, and we clearly got a break here, which is telling us that the bulls are in and price is wanting to move higher. So from there, we can scale in, and we started trading. I started the stream at around 5:30, which was is marked out here. This is where I started at 5:30 p.m. Obviously Sydney time, and then I was scaling in. So I've noticed that price is broken out, so we're out of the trend. But normally we tend to dip back into the trend, and then we go for the real push out. So I scaled in, and obviously I always mark out the Asia session highs and lows. So as soon as 5:30 started, I started the stream, and then we started to see a bit of a push down to. Initially, I wanted price to fill up this market gap here, so I marked out this massive market gap. Obviously, you can see that we have a big area that price needs to come back and correct into. So initially, I was looking for sells and shorts to come down and fill up this market gap. I just wanted to get a quick scalp in to secure some profits, and then we can look for the reversal. Anyways, I was looking for shorts here, and we got fair value gaps here. We got one here, which price didn't manage to come back to, and we have another one right here, which I was also willing to trade, but price obviously barely got back into that. Anyways, after we see all that happen, we see a bit of a reversal. I always tend to put like a little trend line here, sort of just to get like an idea, something like that, just to get an idea of where we could see a reaction. So I ended up seeing a close into Asia session here, and then obviously this big close made us a fair value gap, 5 minute fair value gap, which is what we like to enter on, and we got a perfect in. We went straight into the fair value gap and made a nice bullish engulfing after. So I believe it was on this close a I entered 5 contracts in on this close. I'll mark that as green. Save. So I entered 5 contracts on this close, and obviously right about Asian session lows, I put in my stop loss just underneath that fair value gap. So it was a crazy risk to reward ratio. It was just maybe about like here, a bit lower, something like that. I'll put my red there, and I'll get rid of this just for to make it easier. So here was my entry here. Stop loss was there, and then I was looking to scale up and see price continue to the upside. So price came up. I didn't take any take profits here. I was looking to at least get beyond these session highs. So price got up, then we made a big cut down into back towards our entry, which was quite brutal, but so be it. And then we finally saw this push back up, and then we had a bit more consolidation. And notice how price doesn't reject the same way that it did here. Like here, it was up and then straight down. Here, it goes up, then it like consolidates a bit. This like tells us that sellers aren't here, so we're probably gonna push past this. Anyways, we got nice solid wicks to the downside, then we break straight past this. I believe one of my take profits was here. So if my tools want to show up, there we go. So I took one take profit there. I believe it was something like this, something along these lines. Oops. Save. So we took one take profit there, and then I believe another one was just about here. I took more about here. I'll make this green, as you can see. So it was unbelievable risk to reward. It was perfect. And then I think it was somewhere in this bunch I took final take profits. So I had stuff on after, so I had to like go to all that. I had like stuff I had to go to after my trade. So I was like, alright, I'll just close out all my trades and profit and call it a day. So it was a crazy risk to reward. I managed to get this big push to the upside and close it all out here. So basically we got closed back into Asia session, and then here I'll zoom in so I can explain this a lot easier. Alright, closed back into Asia session. Asia session is about somewhat like here or something. This is getting complicated. Let me just get rid of this. Actually, no, I'll just leave it. Close back into Asia session, and then we got a 5 minute fair value gap. Clearly rejected that bullish engulfing, so we entered here. Obviously, we also got this paired with the trend line break as well. Also paired with all the fundamental side of trading, such as news and all that, all that jazz that you get on the news and fundamental side. Got a big push up, so this is our entry. Then we went in a bit of drawdown later, but we got a big push up and then retraced a lot, and then we finally got this bigger push up to the upside, and then obviously took out Asia highs, and then from here price was looking super strong. I honestly maybe would have held, but I don't want to get greedy. Just secure the 500 and we're good. And then price is obviously still going up. But that's why you also invest, because now you have stocks in there making you money as well. So, anyways, that was how I was able to secure 500 USD trading on this funded account. And yeah, hope you learned something, and I'll see you next trade.